Welcome to the third part of my presentations on form-focused instructions and second language acquisition. In this part of the presentations, I'm going to talk about the durability of FFI effects in SLA and their relations to implicit knowledge as discussed in Chapter 16 of Ellis's book, Understanding Second Language Acquisition. Next, we'll look at the durability of FFI effects. Studies use delayed post-test to check the durability of FFI effects. Some studies failed to show that the effects of FFI are durable. In Lightbound, overall scores dropped to a level approximately halfway 6 months after the instructions. In Pinnament, gains in the accurate use of copula began to disappear after at least 1 week. And in White 1991, gains in the correct positioning of adverbs largely lost after 5 months of instructions. According to Toad, FFI effects might be lost if learners receive instructions and are unable to sort out the structures in their interlanguage system. However, several studies reported durable effects of FFI. A meta-analysis by Norris and Ortega 2000 concluded that the effects of instructions are durable. Ellis specifically argues that instructions serve to develop learners' explicit knowledge. Mackey added that significant effects for instructions were not immediately evident, but only emerged in the delayed post-test. For example, in White et al. 1991, learners increased accuracy in the formations of questions and still improving some 6 months later. In this last part of my presentations, we'll look at the effects of FFI in relations to second language learners' implicit knowledge to find out whether FFI in general have any effects on second language learners' implicit knowledge. The answer can be yes, can be no. There are pros and cons. Arguments against the effects of FFI on learners' implicit knowledge say that implicit or explicit methods may bear no resemblance to how language feature is represented in the learner's implicit knowledge. FFI entails artificial adjustment and distributions of a property that may artificially distort the input and actually mislead the learner. It is not clear whether FFI is capable of providing the exemplars needed for implicit knowledge to develop. On the other hand, arguments for the effects of FFI on learners' implicit knowledge say that FFI provides the means for converting declarative into procedural knowledge. Next, FFI, in the form of consciousness-raising activities, can have an indirect effect on learners' implicit knowledge by facilitating the process of noticing and noticing the gap. Next, FFI can contribute to the acquisitions of implicit knowledge and points to two variables that appear to influence its success, are the choice of the target structure and the extent of the instructions. An extensive instructions on simple structures was more likely to develop implicit knowledge. Limited instructions on complex structures can be effective when the target structures are readily available in non-instructional input. In conclusion, empirical findings show that the effects of FFI are not always positive. There are in fact constraints on the teachability of specific language features, and that the effects of FFI may not be evident immediately and may or may not be durable. Apart from these limitations, FFI offers an alternative mode of learning and is effective in helping learners in their acquisitions process of a second language. Also, FFI facilitates natural language acquisition, and this can result in implicit as well as explicit second language knowledge. In addition, the type of instructions influence learning outcomes, in which both types of FFI that are focus on forms and focus on form instructions are effective. Last but not least, individual differences factors are influential to mediate the effects of FFI. This is the end of the presentation, and thank you for watching.